and we'll see if we get some time for some to discuss things after that. Some time for questions at the end. So let me do quick introductions. First, my name's Aaron Scott. I'm the sales manager for New Image in Australia. And our presenters tonight, we get to hear from two presenters. First off, we're going to hear from Lee Mace, and Lee's our International Communications and Development Manager. And then Chris Cooper. Chris is our responsibility for Australia, Asia and Africa Regional Director for New Image. So we welcome you two tonight, and we're going to jump in and hear from. There's a picture of me, and we're going to hear from Lee first. So like I said, we'll have everyone on mute during the meeting. Love to see your faces. It's always good for energy in a room when you can see people's reactions as we talk. And we'll have some opportunity for questions towards the end, I hope. If you have any in the meantime, pop them in the chat so we can prepare for them towards the end. All right, let's get into it. You're all on time. Grateful for that. So let's turn the time over to our International Learning and Development Manager, Lee Mace.
Thanks, Aaron, and hello, Australia, and a big welcome to our global members and guests. I see we have people from Malaysia, from New Zealand, obviously Australia, and further afield, so welcome. Aaron, thanks for the great introduction. You know, as International Learning and Development Manager, a really big title, I accept, but I think I have the best job in the world because I get to travel to all our member countries and work and get to know all of you, and best of all, help you support your business growth. So for those of you who are on the call and have never heard of me, I have been with New Image now for 8 years, but I've been in this industry for 30 years. I know, it just flies by. And I have to tell you that nothing stirs better interest in people than a product launch. So Australia, I have to ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to revolutionize your health? Because say hello to ResMax. This is a powerhouse formulation that's been engineered to combat those nasty little silent saboteurs that ravage through your system and affect your well-being. And what are we talking about? We're talking about free radicals. So with ResMax, you're not just boosting your immunity, you're empowering your body to thrive against the challenges of modern life. And my gosh, aren't there heaps get thrown at us? But not only that, you're going to be boosting the immunity from the inside out. But that's not all. We always give you more. Brace yourself for a whirlwind of benefits as our innovative formula works tirelessly to rejuvenate and revitalize your body at a cellular level. So from bolstering your immune system, we know so much about that, to enhancing your energy levels, ResMax is your ally to fight against aging and those nasty environmental toxins, which are just out there in the very air that we breathe. So over the next 55 minutes, we will transform the way you approach health and wellness. Big ask, but I know that we can do it. We're going to share with you the key to unlocking your body's potential. So I guess, Australia, I'm going to ask you again, just that one question. Are you ready? Because here it comes. Sorry, I thought I would admit someone that blew up in me. Well, you heard it here first. You heard about the free radicals and about the information, but I do want to explain a little bit more about those nasty free radicals and what they're involving. So when we look at what ResMax is all about, free radicals, they're like these nasty little scavengers, and you get them from the air you breathe, you get them when you're sleeping, you get them from the food. There is nothing to stop. There's some good ones and there are some bad ones, but predominantly free radicals ravage through your system, causing havoc wherever you go. And so thank goodness, like these nasty little rogue soldiers that we have out there, we do have an army of good guys, and those army of good guys are called antioxidants, and they're like the colonels in the battle. There is, of course, the opportunity for antioxidants to get in from all various things, but they are molecules that fight those nasty free radicals because they're unstable electrons that are going around looking for that little pair. Antioxidants kind of cap them, they calm them down, and they act as the natural off switch to just calm down that warfare which is happening in your body every second of the day, whether you're trying to prevent it or not. So when we look at a ResMax, we do have a new alternative to antioxidants. We know that we have an alternative, but I wonder whether you do, because the three of us on this call here, we are an absolute fan of this product called ResMax. And I hope after tonight, you two, Australia and the world, will be equally a fan of this, because this isn't just a supplement, it's a powerhouse. It's a game changer, as you saw on the video, that empowers you to seize control of your well-being in the most natural and holistic way imaginable. Our chief scientist, Dr. Jill Webster, she is a fan of this one. In fact, she is saying that she confirms that ResMax isn't content with just being another antioxidant supplement. It raises the bar by offering a blend that is not only protective, but transformative. So what I mean by that, she's emphasizing the proactive support for your own health. So making it a blend that not only protects, but also empowers. I hope you're getting as excited about ResMax as we are. So what truly sets ResMax apart is its ability to supercharge the antioxidant synergy of what's happening in your body. By combining various antioxidants, ResMax amplifies overall antioxidant power, providing a stronger defense against those nasty little oxidative stress that you see. What do I mean by oxidative stress? You slice an apple in half and put it out there and how quickly it browns. That is oxidative stress. Imagine what it's doing inside as well. So not relying on a single method, each sachet incorporates multiple antioxidant mechanisms, ensuring a thorough defense against free radicals. Plus, you can see on the slide there, we've added 3 potent bioactives, each providing significant value, offering recognized health benefits and boosting our antioxidant arsenal in every sachet. So how does it work? Well, let's take you to the next step. ResMax antioxidants are not passive bystanders, remember. They are the elite soldiers in your body. They are countering oxidative damage through 2 primary mechanisms. Now, I know this bit's going to sound a little bit technical, so let me try and simplify it for you. 2 methods. Firstly, number 1, direct free radical quenching. What do I mean by that? Well, these antioxidants act as frontline defenders. So they're neutralizing those rogue soldiers that they can cause tissue, cell, and DNA damage. They get to them before that damage happens by intercepting and deactivating those harmful invaders. Remember, putting the cap on those unstable ones. So ResMax preserves your body's essential components. The second, of course, is indirect gene modulation. I know, a big name. What does it mean? These antioxidants also serve as strategic commanders, but they are the big guns because they influence genes linked to growth, cell differentiation, metabolism, and immunity, ensuring a robust defense against recovery. So by operating on multiple fronts, ResMax equips your body to comprehensively confront oxidative stress, promoting overall health and longevity. So what are these super ingredients? Well, we're sharing everything with you tonight because we didn't just source from one country. We went global. We went across the world, and we're drawing its strength from the diverse array of berries that are available. So ResMax captures the best that nature has to offer, because these vibrant and flavorful berries are not only delicious, but they are packed with powerful antioxidants. But there is more on that coming up. We're very proud of our exclusive 3-phase fermentation process. This natural technique ensures our super berries are fiber encapsulated, thereby ensuring no nutrient loss. Plus, since the antioxidants are bioavailable, they quickly enter the bloodstream and reach all cells and tissues rapidly. But we don't stop there. No, we never stop there. To maximize health protection, ResMax is fortified with three additional bioactives, ensuring extra strength where it counts. Firstly, resveratrol. You've heard a lot about this. It is a powerful antioxidant. It is a superstar found in red grapes, and I heard an interesting claim on a video that our co-speaker is going to talk about, that you'd need about 1,000 bottles of red wine to come up with that. Give it a good go, but perhaps not. It's also found in berries and peanuts, interestingly enough. Acknowledged for its incredible anti-aging and disease-fighting abilities, resveratrol promotes heart health by enhancing blood flow and reducing inflammation. But it also shields the cells from damage. It boosts the brain function and elevates overall vitality. Now, I could talk about resveratrol all night, but we have an even bigger fan speaking on it later on in the seminar. So I'm going to talk about the next one, which I thought was rather quite spectacular, and that is sea buckthorn extract, because this is also a powerful superfood that offers numerous benefits for your body. So sit down, put your feet up, because I'm going to rattle through quite a few that will be, I hope, impressed as I was. It is packed with vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids to support your overall health and vitality. We know that. It's loaded with antioxidants, which of course help neutralize free radicals. That's why we put it in there. But did you know that the high content of vitamin E and omega fatty acids promotes gorgeous looking skin, because it plumps it up with hydration, it reduces inflammation, and it aids in the repair and regeneration of those sluggish cells that we know slow down as we age. Plus vitamin C to enhance your immune system. I mean, shall I go on? It contributes to cardiovascular health by improving blood circulation. It reduces inflammation, which can alleviate symptoms of conditions like arthritis. It aids in digestion by nourishing the gut lining, supports healthy digestion, reduces the risk of ulcers and other gastro issues. I guess you can all agree that incorporating sea buckthorn into ResMax can significantly boost your health and well-being. Mr. Cooper, I've laid down the gauntlet to see if you can better me with resveratrol on that one. The addition of black pepper extract is like installing a supercharger for ResMax. Honestly, it ensures the more of the supplement's beneficial components make their way into your bloodstream by optimizing the overall effectiveness and the impact on your health. So in essence, ResMax becomes not just a supplement, but a symphony of the nature's finest elements. However, we haven't finished with ResMax just yet. We wanted more. We wanted more, and ResMax delivers more. We have added inulin. Now, this is a natural sweetener that doesn't have a significant effect on blood sugar. So good for those of you who are worrying about that or with weight. But as a prebiotic, it supports gut health. What else does it do? Well, remember that prebiotics don't get digested in the stomach, but rather they feed the beneficial bacteria in the bowel. Fantastic. It is derived from sources like chicory root, and inulin has been traditionally used in diverse health advantages, such as weight management. So those of you who are worried about taking ResMax, don't. Enhanced digestion and diabetes control. Could we give you anything more? Absolutely we can, because we're talking about New Image and we're talking about ResMax. So lastly, recognized as a potent and popular antioxidant, vitamin C is essential for our well-being. However, our bodies can't produce this powerhouse on their own. So by expanding our ResMax ingredient lineup, and haven't we just 15 super berries, 3 added, plus vitamin C, this works perfect harmony with your body's chemistry, enhancing absorption and maximizing its benefits. With ResMax, you're not just incorporating a supplement, you're adopting a comprehensive approach to well-being. And I hope that I've managed to convince you that this is the way to go and that this is the product that you need. And later on, that we all take the tear tab and the SERP challenge. But if you are still not impressed, you're a hard audience with ResMax, then let me throw it over to my co-host, who is all the way over in Thailand, and introduce to you our regional director, all the way from Thailand, Mr. Chris Cooper. Yay!
Hey, and thank you, Lee. Thank you very much for the good warm-up, the good introduction to ResMax. And hey, everyone, I'm seeing familiar faces on my first screen. Hey, Analia, Jan, Vera, who else? Maizatul, my mate Dan Griffin, how are you? Norman, I haven't seen you since Bali. Tran, Na, well, thank you everyone for joining. We've got people from mostly Australia, a few from New Zealand, and even all around the world, a few who've joined from Asia, almost 50 people on the call. Well, thank you. It's an exciting call because this is a product new for Australia, new in New Zealand as well, but a product we've had in Asia for some time, and I tell you, it's been selling fantastic. It's actually selling, right now, it's frankly selling faster than we can make it. Malaysia is moving through about 6,000, no, Taiwan, 6,000 units a month. Malaysia is selling like hotcakes as well. We've started sales in Singapore. So it's time for Australia, and I know that this will do very well in Australia because I have sold similar products like this before, but nothing to this magnitude. So that's what I'd like to talk about. Lee gave you the welcome, the warm-up, the introduction. I want to tell you about the science behind this product, so you know what you're getting is a fantastic, strong, potent, super bioavailable product that's really good for your health. So what is the science? Let me just mention, you can see here on your screen, hopefully you've got the screen in full. The screen's more important than my face. So if you've got a choice, go full screen. I'm going to talk about the nutrition profile that you can see on the box. It's printed on the box for Australia. ORAC, which is the scientific measurement of antioxidants. CAP-E, which is even more important because that's the measure of the bioavailability of the ORAC, the antioxidants in the body. Something called IC50, which is the concentration. Also a study we did on cellular protection, showing that this product actually makes our cells more rigid and robust. And then one of the key ingredients we focus on, which is resveratrol, that Lee teased you about a little bit before mentioning resveratrol. So Lee, next slide. Let's start off with the first study, because this is probably the most common, the most popular one. It's called ORAC, an ORAC score. So maybe if you're familiar with antioxidants, you've heard of this ORAC. It stands for oxygen radical absorption capacity, which is a mouthful, so we just say ORAC. And this is a lab test that provides the measure of a food's antioxidant activity. So I like this. It is good that there's a limitation to ORAC because this is a test tube test. And not always does everything in a test tube really translate over to the human body. We see that particularly with nutritional supplements, things like vitamins. Something can be like a very high vitamin amount in a test tube, but if it is not wrapped up or bound or made in a bioavailable way, sometimes it just does not get into our body. And you can almost put all of it in your mouth. And then when you go to the bathroom, the toilet, you can measure that most of it also comes out, which means it's just not being uptaken or assimilated into the body. So that's the bioavailability. I'm pleased to say we've got a study that shows ResMax is incredibly bioavailable. So with ORAC, they give us a score. It's a 9,320 U-moles, which means nothing to me, but I like to put it in comparison to other products or ingredients. So Lee, next slide. With our ORAC, we can measure it compared to some of the highest ORAC foods. So we probably, if you're into health and nutrition, you know about antioxidant foods. And usually when you talk about antioxidants, you end up with these images behind me. Berries. Berries are the master antioxidant foods, but they're not the only ones. Spices are actually really high in antioxidants as well. Your cinnamon, cloves and nutmeg, but also some fresh herbs like fresh basil. So you can see here from grapes, which are very good. The highest one we usually talk about is blackberries. Well, ResMax, blackberries have a score of, what's that, 5,900, but ResMax is almost double that at 10,000. So we know that ResMax is a super high ORAC food, which is good to know, but the next one gives me much more meaning. The next study, which is the CAP-E. So one thing, this is important to me because I have a history, not as long as I think, Lee, you said 30 years in this industry. I'm 25 years. And this is almost my my pedigree of my career. I actually began direct selling in Australia. I opened the first company for Tahitian noni juice, and that was before the turn of the century, which sounds so long ago, but it was like 1999 or something. And it was a wonderful product, Tahitian noni juice. Sold that for many years. And then after that, I went to Himalayan goji juice. I think that's somewhere there as well. Later in my career, Agile came out with the first gel pack. You can see their score 1512, and I've sold Monavi and others. So maybe some of you, if you've been involved in direct selling, you've known and loved some of these products. Well, we all publicly declare the ORAC. It's done by a lab called Brunswick Labs, and you can see here that New Images ResMax product has an ORAC score of 2,642, which is super, super high. So this gives me meaning in comparison to competition out there in the market. And I think most of these are or have been in Australia and New Zealand. So antioxidants, Lee mentioned why antioxidants are so great. I'm not going to cover that. What you need to know is the ORAC is the measure of antioxidants, and basically the higher the ORAC number, the more antioxidants, and ORAC or antioxidants, high ORAC foods, slow aging. And that's what we're about. We're an anti-aging company. We have wonderful anti-aging products, dietary supplements, the colostrum we'll talk about another time, skincare, but this is another great tool or great weapon in the battle against aging, of anti-aging. This is our super antioxidant product. So the study that excites me more is this one, CAP-E. I want to tell you about CAP-E because this is more meaningful. This is a test. It's a very special test that only one lab does it in the United States. We had to send our product to California. They did the test using human red blood cells. So this is literally a test to see how it gets into the body. We want to know that because, as I mentioned before, we don't want it to pass through our body as a waste product. It needs to be, we need to be able to assimilate it. It needs to be bioavailable. Lee mentioned a couple of the things we've done to boost the bioavailability. One is that nanotechnology. Another is the fermentation. Lee mentioned the 3 stages of fermentation. So fermentation helps break things down and boost the nutritional profile. We've also adopted liposomal technology. We've added one key ingredient, that bioperine, that we knew super boosts the bioavailability, particularly of the resveratrol. So all of these new things that we've discovered or known in the last, particularly decade, the advances in science, particularly with nanotechnology, that can really boost the nutritional profile of supplements. And that's why, using cutting-edge science, we get these incredible scores. So back to the CAP-E. The score is 451. Again, doesn't mean anything until we compare it to other things. So ORAC, we mentioned, is in vitro. In vitro is a test tube. It's good. It's meaningful. That doesn't really fully translate to the human body. But the CAP-E is the test in vivo, meaning in the body or within living cells. So we literally did a test in living cells, and not rats, not mice, but humans. The test in human red blood cells. So next one, Lee. This is done by NIS Labs. You can see here, this is the results, their finding. I wanted to show you this certificate because others also share this certificate showing their numbers. And, they quite proudly share numbers in the 20s and 30s and 40s. And actually, 15, 20 years ago, they were really high numbers. But now we are in the hundreds. And for us, actually, our number is 451, which shows incredible bioavailability. So let's compare that. Next one. Okay, so ResMax, it protects your cells. It's proven. These same lab tests showed that when human red blood cells are exposed to the ResMax, they become a little bit more rigid, a little bit more sturdy, and you want strong cells for cellular protection. What we also know is that ResMax, the protection that it gives us at the cellular level, you can read through these on the screen. If you're on a small phone, I'll help you out, but it helps scavenge free radicals, reduces oxidative damage, helps improve immune responses, improve skin quality as well, energy levels, helps with weight management, fortifies the body, fortifies organs, fortifies the functions, the systems in our body, and helps protect and even reverse aging. Literally, it can reverse aging, not your calendar years, but the biological. You can do tests that show blood levels of cholesterol and even DNA tests and even these things called telomeres that give indications of your body's age. And it's shown that when you take ResMax, these things are improved or helped. So it's kind of, in that sense, anti-aging. Your body, your systems, your organs, your blood appear and are younger in comparison. ResMax, next screen, one more click, Lee. ResMax helps protect against and even reverse aging. So ResMax literally is anti-aging. I do have a good mate. He's here on the call. He told me of his lab work where he had amazing results, particularly with the LDL, the bad cholesterol. And the doctor asked, this is a visit within 6 months, said, you're doing something radically different. What is it? Because your cholesterol levels completely changed. And he had the opportunity to talk about ResMax. That was the main difference to his diet. Okay, the IC50, this is another test that we did. This is a test of concentration, meaning how little you need to take of an ingredient before the body starts reacting. You notice a change. So it's called the half maximal inhibitory concentration, or the IC50. That's how much is needed to inhibit a biological process. In this case, we looked at antioxidant protection. They gave us a number. Again, the number doesn't mean a whole lot. But what we did, we benchmarked our product against one of the leading products in the market. So we do have competition in this area. There's a lot of antioxidant products out there. You can go to a chemist and you'll see antioxidant tablets, some antioxidant drinks. In fact, just a bottle of grape juice itself is an antioxidant, or even a vitamin C tablet is a really good antioxidant. But we compared to a product that's most similar from another company. On the next one, Lee. Next slide, you can see the comparison of the IC50 test. So we see ResMax displayed an IC50 at just 0.2 milliliters per liter. So that's one-fifth of a milliliter before the body starts noticing and reacting to the antioxidants. However, a leading competing product that's actually sold billions of dollars worth, it took 6.94 milliliters before they noticed the same result. So multiple milliliters, almost 7 mils compared to us, 1/5 of a milliliter. So what this means literally is that ResMax is up to 32 times more potent than leading competition. And this brand we looked at is called Reserve, in a similar gel pack, a similar formula, sold for probably 15 years. So 32 times more concentrated or more potent. So what that means, next slide, Lee, we sell this in a box of 30, and the other competition is a box of 30. So literally one of our packs is equal to, there, Aaron, hold it up again on screen. I see your video. So this is our box of 30. So one of our sachets is stronger or more potent than an entire box of the competition, because it comes in a box of 30 and we're 32 times stronger. So ResMax, that's the ORAC, the CAPI. Now let's talk a little bit about the resveratrol, because resveratrol is something very key that we wanted to focus on. The name literally, ResMax, is inspired by resveratrol to the maximum. Because when we started with this formulation, it is primarily an antioxidant. It is a super antioxidant made from super berries. And we've achieved these great results through, one being the diverse range of berries. We have sourced this from a total of 18 different super berries. Lee mentioned the first 15 that we get that are treated in a special way. They go through a 3-phase fermentation process. And then we add 3 other proprietary blends. One is the grape skin that gives us a super concentrated resveratrol. One is from black pepper that gives us the bioperine that boosts the resveratrol. And what's the other one? What am I missing, Lee? The black pepper, the grape skin. Oh, and the sea buckthorn berry. So sea buckthorn, which is like there's other companies, there's whole products just on sea buckthorn because it is just a super, well, it's a super antioxidant, but it's all about stem cells. And it's kind of a bit expensive. We thought, let's put sea buckthorn in as our number 18 holy grail. So we do have sea buckthorn as well. It has all these health and healing, therapeutic, medicinal properties, nutritional properties as well. But really, that's boosting stem cells in the body. So resveratrol, ResMax, resveratrol to the maximum. We're actually bragging about it. We've incorporated it in our brand name. Resveratrol you find in a lot of different places. Lee mentioned nuts, berries, pistachios, but even chocolate, which you can justify a little bit of chocolate. Dark chocolate's better. Even wine, you can justify a little bit of wine maybe, but honestly, wine is a very poor source of resveratrol, which I'll show you soon. But grapes, and particularly grape skins, all of these natural products, honestly, they're mostly nuts and seeds. Chocolate, you say, is a different nut. Chocolate really comes from cocoa, which is the seed. So yes, it's a seed extract, but nuts and seeds is where you get resveratrol. So let's talk about what resveratrol is. So resveratrol explained. In my simple terms, I call resveratrol the immune system of plants. Just like humans, we have an immune system. So resveratrol is the natural defense system produced by several plants in response to injury or when the plant is under attack by pathogens. So let's talk about grapes. Grapes are quite famous for resveratrol. Grapes are also famous for wine. Grapes are turned into wine through pathogens, through our fermentation process. So in this example, the pathogen is advantageous, but mostly we do not want molds, yeast, or bacteria or things that cause spoilage or fermentation. So plants have a natural defense system. That's resveratrol. So the question was, could those powerful benefits be transferred to humans when we consume resveratrol or plants that contain resveratrol? And the answer is yes. When we take resveratrol, when we take fruits like grapes and grape skin, that resveratrol also gives us antioxidants and antioxidant protection. It also has anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, weight loss, pain relief, and even anti-cancer, anti-tumors. It's almost too good to believe. And usually at this point, I say, this is where I stop and tell you to Google. Don't believe me. I tell you, Google the word resveratrol. You see the writing, the spelling up on screen. I say, if you have a health condition that you're concerned about, you or a loved one, and you want to see, could ResMax possibly help this person or this condition or ailment, do your own homework. Just type resveratrol and type diabetes. And I said, don't even type cancer, get specific. Type in whether it's breast cancer or prostate cancer or a tumor. See for yourself if the scientific community somewhere, if scientists, labs, universities, institutes are looking at resveratrol and a particular ailment or condition. And I promise you, so far, I have not found anything that I have looked up there hasn't been a positive hit for a scientific study on resveratrol and something. So it really is transforming medicine, and particularly the natural health world, looking at resveratrol and what it can do. So with our resveratrol, we get a number. Again, we send it to a lab, we got a number. In ResMax, our resveratrol score is 577 milligrams per liter. What does that number mean? Does it mean anything to me until I put it on a graph or compare it to something? Let's compare it to some of the highest resveratrol foods or fruits out there. So cranberry juice gets a score of 0.2. So that's actually high. Red grapes are higher. White wine has a score of 1. Red wine is high, or 10 times higher. Red wine gets a score of 10. But the goodness of resveratrol is actually found concentrated in the skin. And usually in the winemaking process, while you may crush the berries, usually the skin and the pulp is discarded. But the concentrated resveratrol is in the grape skin extract. When you're just looking at that grape skin extract, dehydrated and processed, you can get a score of up to 250. But ResMax, we are 577. So ResMax, again, ResMax, resveratrol to the maximum. That's a brag, but we can claim and we can verify it. We are more than twice the potency of grape skin extract, which is already concentrated resveratrol. So when you take one sachet of ResMax, you're getting, like we said, more than 1,000 bottles of wine to get a similar amount of concentrated resveratrol. So let's look at it in comparison on a table. At this point, I might add, if anyone has any questions, we do have a chat room. please go down to the chat room, type in your question, and at the end, I will jump into that chat room and answer some of those, or hopefully all of those. I see there's a few chats going there now. They're probably just hellos, but type any questions in that chat room. Now, again, when we were formulating this, we wanted to benchmark against the leading product, and there is a company out there, Genes Global. They've got a terrific product called Reserve, and honestly, I sold that product for more than a decade. Genes publicly declares all of these numbers. They've conducted their own ORAC and particularly CAPI testing. You can get it from their website. They proudly display on the front page of their website the CAPI score is 25 to 37. We sent our product to the very same laboratory, and we came back with the number of 451. So we know that our antioxidant, well, our ORAC is high. Our ORAC is 47% higher than the benchmark competition. But again, that's the test tube stuff. What I want to know is what it does in the human body. In the human body, ResMax is 1,215% higher in concentration or higher in bioavailability, meaning more of those antioxidants and goodness gets into the bloodstream. The other thing, the IC50, the concentration, we just need a 0.22 amount of our product to get the same results as almost 7 milliliters of the competition. So we're 32 times more potent, more concentrated. What's the big deal about that? Well, it's quite symbolic to me because we sell ours in a box of 30. Competition sells theirs in a box of 30. If we are 32 times more potent, it literally means one pack of our product is greater than the entire box of the competition. Other things to be concerned about, energy levels, calories. We are 73% lower in calories, which is good. Carbohydrates, if you're on a low carb diet, if you're diabetic for the sugars, or if you're on a keto diet, you want lower carbs, we are 71% lower in carbohydrates. And another biggie is sugar. Competition has almost 5 grams of sugar. We have 0.4 grams, less than half a gram of sugar, which is 91% less in the sugar than the competition, which is concern for anyone low sugar, diet, diabetes. And maybe the biggest thing that helps you make decisions is price sensitivity. Competition sells for over $100 a box. Our product ResMax is around $50. I can't work that in Aussie dollars, but Aaron, I think, will tell us the actual Aussie dollar price. But we're less than less than 50% the price of the competition. So all of these things should be pleasing. You get a product that is the most concentrated, the most potent, 32 times stronger than the competition at half the price. So that is business as well. I know a lot of people on this call are business builders with New Image. A lot of people are also looking from other opportunities or other companies maybe. There is a great business behind this. We have given you the confidence to know that you are selling and marketing and hopefully personally taking and consuming a product that has great efficacy, will give you great nutritional results, and stemming from that, hopefully great therapeutic results as well from the active ingredients. But you're getting a product that you can sell, because the market out there in Australia and New Zealand, if you think back to the earlier slide of particularly products in the category of antioxidant with indirect selling, some of those, actually many of those, have sold more than $1 billion around the world, and some are more than $1 billion a year. So we're entering a multi-billion-dollar industry. In Australia and New Zealand, many of these brands still available. Maybe some of them have gone, they've had their time, but people, consumers, want antioxidants right now. They know about antioxidants. They're learning about resveratrol. As you learn about resveratrol, I promise you, you will want resveratrol as well. So for business people, marketers, this is a product that is really easy to sell, particularly those who are leaning more towards social media sharing, TikTok, Instagram. It's a really fun one to market. So this screen now, 30 sachets, 1 box of the competition equals around 1 sachet of ResMax, and that's how many is in a box, 30 per box. Next slide. Now, if you know of New Image, you know that we are fundamentally the colostrum company. We've almost rebranded ourselves to being the colostrum company. Many of our consumers take our #1 selling product, which is ALPHALIPID Lifeline. Lifeline is really all about colostrum, but we also have other products, tablets, Colostem. We provide colostrum in a variety of different forms. If you are a true lover and devotee of colostrum, this is good news for you, because the same doctor, Dr. Jill, that Lee mentioned, her research shows that ResMax, the active ingredients in ResMax have a very complementary and even synergistic effect with ResMax and Alpha Lipid Lifeline and colostrum. So it's all about immune system, boosting the immune system. Colostrum is all about immune system. It's the first food or nutrition that we take as babies to boost or to stimulate and actually enact, just to start our immune system. Our immune responses are influenced by oxidative stresses. Lee mentioned about oxidative stress. Colostrum delivers a whole immune defense system that provides immediate protection, launches your immune system, and throughout life, as you take colostrum supplementation, that stimulates and boosts the immune system. When you take ResMax, the active ingredients, the antioxidants, and the resveratrol continue to boost the immune system and work synergistically with the colostrum. So just some really, really good stuff there. And if you're a fan of Lifeline, keep taking it and take the ResMax and know that you're giving like a double punch, double whammy. Next slide, Lee. So for the marketing of this, as I mentioned, we've launched in Australia now. The first couple of pallets several pallets have arrived. We got some a couple of months ago, but really that was just for leader sampling. We've got the products for you. We've got the marketing support material. I want to mention that a little bit now, your support material. Let's have a look what we can give you to help you, first of all, learn more about yourself and to market.
It's yummy. It's really good. I can have this every day. The fact that it has antioxidants in it, very, very good. Try it.
So this video we have available. I'll share some more videos and materials we have available to help you share and market. The one thing I forgot to mention is the taste. It tastes fantastic. It's 18 berries, and to me it tastes like a little bit of a concentrated grape juice or grape syrup. It does taste pleasantly sweet. It's not too sweet, but know that it's very low in sugars. Lee mentioned about the inulin, that is the natural sweetener that is low in sugar but high in sweet flavor on your tongue receptors. There's a hint of spice, but not too spicy. And the ultimate test for me is children. You can give it to children. They go, wow, this tastes great. It actually tastes like junk food. It doesn't taste like a healthful product or medicine or anything. It tastes like something that you would taste for pleasure. Even ice cream topping, I've mixed it in drinks. I put it on ice cream. I've got about 10 videos on my screen. Give me a thumbs up if you think the taste is fantastic. Who likes the taste of ResMax? Daniel's got thumbs up. Norman's got thumbs up. Ibra5 has got thumbs up. Okay, the rest of you haven't. Oh, Lee's got thumbs up. It really tastes fantastic. I've not had anyone object to the flavor. And frankly, we've sold this in many different countries, Asian countries. So to the Asian palate, the European palate, that the most discerning palate is that of children, and children love it as well. Okay, on screen, product brochure. We have material that you can download, you can share. In my opinion, printing is old school. We don't really print anymore. You can share this online. You can email it. You can WhatsApp it. You can send it in Messenger. PDF sharing of materials is the way to go. You don't want to print a brochure and mail it to someone in WA or Auckland if you live afar. You just send them PDF copies now. So we've got this in print ready, but PDF sharing. We have product fact sheet here, a lot of the science. You can train yourself, learn about some of the scientific studies that I've mentioned, learning more about resveratrol, the resveratrol in the ResMax. If you are inclined to do trade shows or public meetings, I know in Australia in particular, a lot of good products, natural healthcare products are showed at markets and trade shows. We've got banners here, banner files that we give you for free. You can print your own banners if you like. You saw one video. We've actually got a lot of videos that you can use and share. And particularly for social media, we have a number of different social media apps or tools or videos or things for TikTok that all you really need to do, you don't need to invent the wheel. You just use our resources to share and just maybe add your comments, add your testimonial. I've been taking this for a while. It tastes great. I've noticed great energy levels, great improvement. I sleep better, those types of things. Of course, honest sharing when you take it, if you notice a positive reaction in your body. Here on screen now, we'll see a couple of our social media videos that are available for sharing. That's one. If you notice the size, the screen size. Thank you, Lee. So I share these with you because there's, I guess, two people on the call tonight, people who want to know about this product to take for themselves and maybe share with loved ones, but others who see the business opportunity behind this. So New Image, we are a direct selling company with the Direct Selling Associations of Australia and New Zealand. This is a way that you can own an independent business and you can be an independent distributor and seller of this product, and you can earn really good money through the sharing of this product. So I know some people here are wanting to know more about that side as well. Okay, so that's my main sharing. Before I jump over to Aaron, let me just jump into the questions into the chat room. So I invited you to share any questions you had, and maybe Lee, if your microphone's ready, because maybe some of these we can handle together. Let me just do a scroll through. Aaron is saying, good to see so many on the call from a variety of countries, including Australia and Vietnam. Hey, if you're from Vietnam, let us know where you're joining from. Hey, Vinesh, you're my mate from South Africa. We've even got people from South Africa. I think it's good early morning, South Africa. Rachel, hello from Malaysia. Hello, Malaysia. Jan, presumably take one sachet at a time and how often? Very good question, Jan. I didn't cover that, so thank you for that question. So yes, you can take one sachet a day. Now, the interesting thing is it is a food product. It's a food in Australia and New Zealand. And with food products, you have a suggested serving size. So our suggested serving size is 1 pack a day. Just as if you were to, like orange juice, a suggested serving size is, I think, 250 mils or 1 cup. But does that mean that's all you can take? So no, there is no upper limit. It's not a medicine or a drug. You can take more, but the desired beneficial effects you can take, you should notice with 1 pack a day. My secret is I take 2 packs a day. I take 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. I want maximum nutritional results.
I think also, Chris, it's a good time in the video you see that our testimonial was like this, but in actual fact you hold it and it just comes up, because if you do this, knowing my luck, it would go all down me. So you hold it like this, and you know what, I get every little drop out of it. So I slowly go up like this, and then being the frugal person I am, I fold it in half and just double check that I have everything there. And I have opened the pack and I've seen that, yes, there is nothing left in this one. So we are going to, on our tours, get you all to take the ResMax challenge and see how you take ResMax.
I found there's 3 types of people in this world. There's those who take, there's the scrunchers who just do this, And I think they're wasters, that you don't get everything. There's also those with the rollers who put it in their mouth and roll it from the bottom, like those old toothpaste tubes that we used to do. But then, Lee, I'm in your camp. I'm a folder. I first of all, with my fingers, I do this, then I fold it in half and I do it again. And I think the folders are the ones that get every last drop out. So yeah, if you're a scruncher or a roller or a folder, try convert to folding. Aaron asked the question, can you explain what is meant by nanotechnology? A question asked by the participants. Sure. Well, nanotechnology, nano means like the smallest or smallest particle. Nanotechnology is breaking things down to the smallest, to much smaller molecules. So there's different ways like grinding to get things smaller, but then fermentation also breaks things down even further. You want nano because nano better penetrates through the digestive system, through that digestive tract, particularly through the walls of the large intestine, because you want to cross the digestive system into the blood system, and then you want to even cross from the blood, what they call the blood-brain barrier. You want to go from the blood to all of the vital organs. So nano means smaller, and nowadays modern technology allows things to become even more nano smaller. And other things we do, there's liposomal technology, where we coat it with a special type of lipid that also helps penetrate. So we use nanotechnology, liposomal technology, and also there's a special coating that we use to protect it. And Lee's, the screenshots showing the fermentation process, the last step was fiber encapsulation, and that helps protect the goodness from swallowing through the hostile acids of the stomach to be better dissolved and released in the small intestine. So there's some of the aspects of the nanotechnology. Couple more questions. I love new image. Thank you, Diep. I love you too. Vinesh, my baby is 1 year and 6 months. She has the ResMax every morning and loves it. Beautiful product. Okay, so even a 1.5-year-old taking ResMax, and look, from my experience too, if a child is old enough to be taking solids, and if you're comfortable giving anyone grape juice or berry juice, then ResMax, it really is grape and berry juice. So Vinesh, you're even giving it to a 1.5-year-old. Let's see how they grow up big and strong. Very nice. I love it very much, says Maizatel. Love ResMax. Awesome product, Neri. Neil Smith, my children also line up in the kitchen for more ResMax. Neil, I know you, and you're from South Australia too. So that's from Africa, South Africa. So we've got 2 Africans on the call at least. Or Mugabe, that's 3 from Africa. Hello. Well, I'm impressed, Africa. Thank you for supporting this call. Vinesh said, kids love it. Our baby goes crazy for it, Neil. Hi from Malaysia. Hi from South Africa. Oh, Neri, 4 from Africa. Okay, so they're the questions. If there's any more, I can maybe answer them at the end. But now I want to throw to our country manager for Australia, Aaron Scott, because this call is particularly geared for Aussie and New Zealand, because you're getting it first, or you're getting it now. And Aaron, the big question that I haven't answered is availability, distribution, and pricing. All yours, mate.
Yeah, certainly. Well, first, beforehand, let me just share something with you. I've got a sachet here, and you'll see, it's hard to see, but there's little nicks there. So we've demonstrated how you open it, but this is how you actually open it. Rip the top off it. Yummy. Very nice. So this product is available, as we said, comes in a box of enough for one. If you're taking one a day, it's a month's supply. It's available now, so you can jump online and order that if you're a member, and if you're not a member, ask the member who invited you along today to come along, and you'll see that the recommended retail price for this product is only $104.40, and it's a whole month supply for your antioxidant supply for the month. If you're a member of New Image, you also get to buy that at the member price of $78.30, and you get 43 points or 43 personal volume for that purchase. So it's a great product, and as you can see, if you do become a member, you can sell that and make a 25% profit, which is a good, healthy profit for retailing a product. And those who have been selling this product have found a great interest, and people are very happy with the price of $104.40. So it's available online now. If you're on our auto ship program, where you get a monthly shipment sent to you, you can add that to your auto ship program now or whenever your auto ship program completes its 6-month cycle. That's up to you. But thank you very much, Chris. And thank you very much, Lee. Appreciate the great insights into this product, the science behind it, the manufacturing. And if you don't remember all those bits and pieces, then you're human, and that's absolutely normal. But a few things I want you to remember is how convenient it is to have it in a sachet. It tastes good, and you know that the science is there that says it's effective and it's bioavailable. It actually works. It gets in the system and works. And comparing to the competition that has products that has resveratrol and antioxidants, we blitz the market. So great opportunity. Thank you very much for everyone's participation tonight. If there's any other questions, plug them in. I think we got Uganda here on the call as well. Great you've been able to join us. And it has been wonderful to all share in this knowledge that's been shared with us so generously today. So thank you very much. So whatever part of the world you're from, make sure you jump on the opportunity and when you can and purchase ResMax and get your resveratrol to the max. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Aaron. And don't forget, Australia, we are touring in a couple of weeks. So we'll be coming to a city near you. We look forward to catching up with you, your friends, your colleagues, the world.
Actually, let me just tell you those dates. So that's Perth on Monday, the 17th of June. Then we've got Adelaide on Tuesday, the 18th. Melbourne on Wednesday, the 19th. There's a pattern here. We're going around the country. Sydney on Thursday, the 9th. Must be Thursday, must be Sydney on the 20th, and that makes Brisbane on Friday the 21st. So come along, bring your friends, learn more about the products. And even those from Uganda and South Africa and Malaysia and Vietnam, if you're in Australia, come on down, come and see us, come to one of these meetings and enjoy ResMax.
Thank you, everyone. I don't see any more question in the chat room, but lots of Richard. Oh, Richard from Nigeria says, great call. Duncan from Ghana. We've got so many from Africa. I think we need to do another of these calls just for Africa. If there's no more questions, I don't mind finishing before the hour. So thank you, everyone. Australia, New Zealand in particular. Look forward to the tour next month where we're bringing the show to you for you to invite your members, your guests, your friends to learn all about ResMax and the new image opportunity. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.